Welcome to English Speaking Corner. This is your quiet space to practice speaking English, not just listening to it. I am Sarah, and I am here to help you build real confidence in your daily conversations. Today, we are going to solve a very common problem. You know how to understand English. You listen to podcasts, you watch videos, and you understand the words. You know the vocabulary for the weather, for your family, and for your job. But what happens when you have to speak? Specifically, what happens when someone stops talking and it is your turn to say something?
Hi, Sarah. I think I know exactly what you mean. It is that moment of silence. It can feel very long and very heavy.
Exactly, Mark. Thank you for joining me today. Mark is here to help us practice. You see, many learners feel a sense of panic when a conversation pauses. Someone asks you a question, you answer it, and then nothing. The conversation stops. It feels like a dead end. You might feel awkward, or you might feel like your English is not good enough. But the truth is, you do not need more difficult words. You just need a technique to keep the conversation moving. We call this the ball toss.
The ball toss. That sounds like a game.
It is a bit like a game. Imagine a conversation is like playing catch with a ball. If I throw the ball to you, Mark, and you just catch it and hold it, the game stops. You have to throw it back. In a conversation, if you just answer a question with yes or no or good, you are holding the ball. The game stops. Today, we are going to practice 3 specific ways to throw the ball back. By the end of this episode, you will never be afraid of that awkward silence again.
That sounds very useful. I know that even native speakers sometimes struggle with this when they are shy.
That is true. This is a skill for everyone, but it is especially helpful when you are learning English. We are going to practice 3 patterns: the connector, the question, and the echo. We will start with the first one. We call this the connector, or the me too plus detail.
How does this one work?
Well, usually when someone says a statement, our instinct is to just acknowledge it. For example, Mark, tell me something you like.
I really like drinking coffee in the morning.
A typical learner might say, that is good, and then the conversation dies. But with the me too plus detail pattern, you connect yourself to what the other person said. You say you like it too, and then you add one small detail about yourself. So if Mark says, I like coffee, I would say, I love coffee too. I usually drink 2 cups before I start work.
I see. So you agree, and then you give a little piece of information.
Exactly. That little piece of information gives me something to talk about. It invites me to ask you, oh, 2 cups? Is it strong coffee? It keeps the ball moving. Let's try a few examples before we let our listeners practice. Mark, say the statement again.
I really like drinking coffee in the morning.
I love coffee too. I usually go to the cafe down the street. Do you see? I added a detail about where I drink it. Let's try another one. Mark, talk about the weather.
It is really beautiful outside today.
Yes, it is wonderful. I'm planning to go for a walk later.
Nice. You agreed and added the detail about your walk.
Precisely. Now, I want you to practice this with us. If you are listening with headphones, I want you to speak out loud. Do not just think the words. Your mouth needs to practice the movement. I will give you a statement. Mark will give you an example of a me too plus detail response, and then I will give you the same statement again. In the quiet pause, I want you to say your own version. You can use Mark's example or change the detail to be true for you. Are you ready? Here's the first statement. I am really tired today.
I am tired too. I went to bed very late last night.
Now you try. I will say the sentence and you reply. Remember, agree and add one detail. I am really tired today.
Did you say it? Did you say something like, me too, I had a busy morning? Let's try another one.
Here's the next statement. I love watching movies on the weekend. Mark, show us an example.
I love movies too. I just watched a great comedy yesterday.
Great. Now it is your turn. Listen and reply. I love watching movies on the weekend.
Good job. Let's do one more for this pattern. It is very important to get comfortable connecting your experience to the other person.
Here's the statement. I'm trying to eat healthier these days. Mark?
So am I. I started eating more salads for lunch.
Your turn. I'm trying to eat healthier these days.
Excellent. By adding that detail, you're giving the other person a hook. You're giving them permission to ask you more.
That is the key word, permission. When you give a short answer, you are signaling that you want the conversation to end. When you add a detail, you are signaling that you want to talk. Now, let's move to the second technique. This one is the most powerful tool for avoiding silence. We call it the question, or the what pivot.
Pivot is a movement word, right? Like turning around?
Yes, to pivot means to turn. In this technique, you take the topic the person gave you and you turn it into a question starting with who, what, where, when, or why.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Imagine you said to me, I am going on vacation next week. A dead-end answer would be, have fun. But a pivot answer would be, that is exciting. Where are you going?
Ah, that is a very natural question. Where are you going?
It is simple, but it changes everything. Suddenly, you are not just listening. You are driving the conversation. You are showing interest. People love to talk about themselves. If you ask a what question, they will keep talking, and you can relax and listen.
This is great for when you do not know what to say about yourself. You just ask about them.
Exactly. It takes the pressure off you. Let's practice finding the question. If I say, I bought a new car, what question can you ask, Mark?
I could ask, what kind of car is it? Or where did you buy it?
Perfect. What and where are very safe, easy pivots. If I say, my brother is coming to visit, what can you ask?
I could ask, when is he arriving? Or where does he live normally?
Yes, when and where. Let's try one more before we practice with our listeners. If I say, I have to work late tonight,
I could ask, why do you have to stay late? Or what are you working on?
why and what? You are getting the hang of it. Now, listeners, it is your turn. I am going to make a statement. I want you to listen to the topic and immediately ask a follow-up question in the pause. Do not worry about grammar being perfect. Just focus on being curious. Mark will give an example first, then you speak. Here is the statement. I just finished reading a really good book.
What was the title of the book?
Now you, ask a question. I just finished reading a really good book.
Did you ask, what was it called? Or who is the author? Those are perfect pivots.
Let's try another one. This is a common situation at work. I have a big meeting tomorrow morning. Mark,
Who are you meeting with?
your turn. Ask a who, what, or why question. I have a big meeting tomorrow morning.
Great. You could have asked, what is the meeting about? Or why is it important?
Let's do a tricky one. Sometimes the topic is an emotion. I am feeling really happy today. Mark, how do we pivot here?
Why are you so happy?
Simple and effective. Your turn. I am feeling really happy today.
Why is always a good choice when someone shares a feeling. Why are you happy? Or what happened?
I hope you are speaking out loud. It is very important to get used to the sound of your own voice asking questions. If you are enjoying this practice, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We create these lessons specifically to give you this quiet time to practice speaking, not just listening. When you subscribe, it helps us make more dialogues for you.
Okay, Sarah, what is the third technique? We have the connector and the question. What is number 3?
The third technique is for when you are surprised or when you truly do not know what to say. Maybe you didn't fully understand the whole story, or maybe you just don't have a related detail or a question ready. We call this the echo.
The echo, like repeating the sound?
Yes, this is a secret that native speakers use all the time. To keep a conversation going, you simply repeat the last 1 or 2 keywords the other person said, but you say it with a rising intonation, like a question.
Can you show us how that sounds?
Let's say you tell me, I went to the new Italian restaurant last night, but the service was terrible.
Okay, I went to the new Italian restaurant last night, but the service was terrible.
Terrible?
Yeah, the waiter was so rude and the food took an hour.
Did you see what happened there? I just repeated the word terrible with a question mark sound. Terrible? And Mark immediately started explaining why it was terrible.
That is amazing. You didn't actually write a full sentence. You just echoed my word.
Exactly. It is the easiest way to show you are listening and to make the other person continue the story. It works for positive things too. If Mark says, I finally booked my tickets to Japan.
I finally booked my tickets to Japan.
To Japan?
Yes, I'm going to Tokyo and Kyoto for 2 weeks.
I just said, to Japan, and he gave me the details. This is very low pressure for you as a learner. You just have to catch the most important word at the end of the sentence and bounce it back.
This is really helpful if the other person is speaking fast. You can just grab the last word.
Let's practice this. It is all about intonation. Your voice must go up at the end to show you are surprised or interested. If you just say Japan with a flat voice, it sounds like you are bored. You must say Japan.
Japan?
Perfect. Listeners, let's try. I will give a statement. Mark will echo the keyword. Then I will say it again, and you echo the keyword. Here is the statement. I decided to quit my job yesterday.
Your job?
Now you. Remember the rising voice. I decided to quit my job yesterday.
Did you sound surprised? Your job? Or yesterday? Both work.
Let's try another. I met the most interesting person on the train. Mark,
On the train?
your turn. I met the most interesting person on the train.
Good. You are inviting them to tell you more about the person or the train ride.
One more echo practice. I have never been so embarrassed in my life. Mark,
Embarrassed?
your turn. I have never been so embarrassed in my life.
By saying embarrassed, you are basically asking, why were you embarrassed? Tell me the story. But it is much faster.
So we have 3 tools now. The connector, me too, plus detail. The question, who, what, where. And the echo, repeating the keyword. These are your tools to keep the ball moving. Now we are going to do something a little different. We are going to simulate a longer conversation.
This is the real challenge. We are going to put it all together.
Yes, imagine you're having a coffee with a friend, or maybe a colleague you just met. I will play the role of the colleague. I will start talking. I will stop 3 different times. At each stop, I want you to use any of the 3 techniques we learned. You can connect, you can ask, or you can echo.
There is no wrong answer here, right?
No wrong answer. As long as you say something that throws the ball back to me, you win. Mark will not help you this time. It is just you and me. I will leave a nice long pause for you to speak. Are you ready? Let's begin the simulation. Hi, it is good to see you. I have been so busy lately. I haven't had time to relax at all. Who, what, where, and the echo, repeating the keyword. These are your tools to keep the ball moving. Now we are going to do something a little different. We are going to simulate a longer conversation.
This is the real challenge. We are going to put it all together.
Yes, imagine you are having a coffee with a friend, or maybe a colleague you just met. I will play the role of the colleague. I will start talking. I will stop 3 different times. At each stop, I want you to use any of the 3 techniques we learned. You can connect, you can ask, or you can echo.
There is no wrong answer here, right?
No wrong answer. As long as you say something that throws the ball back to me, you win. Mark will not help you this time. It is just you and me. I will leave a nice long pause for you to speak. Are you ready? Let's begin the simulation. Hi, it is good to see you. I have been so busy lately. I haven't had time to relax at all.
And if you don't have anyone to speak English with right now, you can practice with us here.
That is right. English Speaking Corner is always here for you. We want this to be your safe place to make mistakes and find your voice. Remember, you do not need to be perfect to be understood. You just need to be present, listen, and toss the ball back.
We have covered a lot today. We learned the me too plus detail, the wit pivot, and the echo.
If you found this helpful, think about who else might need this. Maybe you have a friend who is also learning English. Share this video with them so you can practice these patterns together. You can role play just like Mark and I did. One person makes a statement and the other person has to echo or question. It is a fun way to study.
It is much more fun than just memorizing lists of words.
Speaking is a connection. It is about 2 people sharing a moment. Do not let the fear of grammar stop you from making that connection. Use the echo if you are stuck. Use the question if you are curious. Use the connector if you want to share. You have the tools now.
Thank you for guiding us through this, Sarah. I feel more ready to chat now.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you to everyone listening. You are doing the work just by being here and speaking out loud. Be proud of that effort. Put on your headphones, walk through your day, and keep tossing that ball back. We'll see you in the next episode for more calm, confident speaking practice. Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep speaking.
See you next time.